Adams. Mr. Nigel Adams.
For weeks, the British Parliament has been the scene of chaotic debates, with Prime Minister Theresa May now caught in between. Britain could see a no-deal exit from the European Union as early as Friday. May is hoping for a lifeline, a deadline extension from Brussels. On Wednesday, she plans to ask the EU for more time, preferably until June 30th. But she needs help. May is heading to mainland Europe with a first stop in Berlin, where German Chancellor Angela Merkel opposes a hard Brexit. But will she support May's timetable? Probably not, if it means breaking ranks with other EU leaders. We, as the 27 EU member states, will stand together, and we want to do everything possible up to the last hour to avoid a disorderly exit by Britain. Merkel supports an orderly Brexit, something May won't get to hear in Paris. French President Emmanuel Macron has voiced concerns about another extension of the Brexit negotiations. The EU cannot be held hostage to the resolution of the political crisis in the United Kingdom on a long-term basis. In Britain, there's little hope that Theresa May can resolve the Brexit issue, despite her charm offensive around Europe's capitals.
Well, for more now, I'm joined by our political correspondent, Anya Kerler. So, Anya, we've got Theresa May coming across the channel, talking to European leaders. She's going to be visiting Chancellor Merkel, asking for another extension. What kind of reception can she expect from Chancellor Merkel?
Well, that's the great question here today. Angela Merkel has always said she is going to do everything in order to prevent a no-deal Brexit. And this is the ground on which the two leaders are going to talk today to find a way to avoid this disorderly Brexit. But at the same time, it is doubtful that May can really expect great concessions, because the European leaders have been fairly clear that there won't be any touching up on the withdrawal agreement. Angela Merkel wants to avoid a disorderly Brexit because this would have a negative impact on German economy, and with all the uncertainty of with this whole Brexit issue, this is the one point that analysts can agree on. This would have a heavy impact. So the Chancellor has said, where there is a will, there will be a way. But it's not for Angela Merkel to sketch this way. So she expects of Theresa May that she has a draft for an alternative way. She has to present an idea what she would do with the time she would gain with that extension. A member of Angela Merkel's CDU party has said a delay is not acceptable at all if Theresa May doesn't come up with an idea what she's doing with that time. And in addition, Berlin isn't very happy with Great Britain taking part in the European elections. So maybe Angela Merkel will back an extension until the 22nd of May, the day before the election, but not until the end of June.
Now, after meeting with Chancellor Merkel, Theresa May will then go on to Paris for meetings with French President Emmanuel Macron. Are Berlin and Paris on the same page when it comes to Brexit?
No, they are not. Angela Merkel is renowned for her patience, and Emmanuel Macron clearly seems to run out of this virtue. He's highly sceptical, and he has said EU can't become a hostage to Great Britain's politics. And he doesn't see any benefit of a possible extension. Furthermore, with that bill the UK Parliament just passed last night, the influence of Parliament on the whole process will grow, and it will become much harder for British government to control the process of the Brexit. So that makes it more difficult for the European leaders to accept an extension. So Macron will probably take a harder stance on the whole issue than Angela Merkel. She has always stressed that it is really important that the remaining EU members members stand united on the question of the Brexit. And her spokesperson yesterday said it is always good to talk. And this didn't really sound as if May could expect much concession.
Anja Körler, our political correspondent, thank you so much.